Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I was in the cellar the other day cleaning up and I heard this buzzing and I looked at one of the shop lights and there was a honeybee. So I have the boxes here, a couple of supers with the honey in there and the nukes with some honey frames also. And I believe bees have a good sense of smell. There's that, this little bit of honey on the paper there. But, I was wondering if there were some live bees. It's not possible that there were dead outs. Well, one hive, I think it was a dead out, but I think the majority of the bees absconded sometime in the fall. And I brought those in earlier than the nukes. And then, what was it, March? So February they were still alive, and then first week of March we had like 4 nor'easters. And it did the bees in. I brought the boxes in. There's no way. I was thinking of I don't know, am I thinking of the movie Poltergeist or maybe another movie where they bring in a dead hornet's nest, just, put it in the kid's room because he likes it, and ends up, I don't know if he's dreaming, ends up being filled with wasps or something like that, or hornets. But I looked in the boxes, there's no, I just couldn't figure out how a bee could get in the cellar. So I captured it, I got video of it, I'll show it. So then I came back in the cellar. I watched the bee fly off. I had scrambled to find this lid and then this jar here. Got the bee in it. Watched it fly off. I come back in and there's yet another bee buzzing around the shop light. So it took a while. I captured that one, let that go. Outside there was no bees to be found. We've had some rain and cooler temperatures, and then a couple of days it was hot, and we have seasonal temperatures now. I just looked out this morning and I took a while, saw a bumblebee, but then I did see a honeybee, and the ones that were in here were, is it the carnelian bee? It's a darker bee. That's what was in here, and I had one of the packages I purchased were a darker bee. So there are bees. I do still have a couple of boxes outside, a hive outside with frames in it. It has nectar and pollen, and I don't know how, it had a lot of carpenter ants in it. I just moved it a little bit and killed all the carpenter ants that were falling onto the bottom board. And but I'm thinking of taking one of these nukes out and put it on top of the hardy kiwi trellis. I did that last year with no success, trying to see if I could get a swarm. And I think the swarm season here is around the end of May and June. So I did see, like I said, one dark honeybee. And so someone has, or there's a feral hive, or someone has bees somewhere, and if they're as inexperienced as I was and aren't careful enough, maybe they'll have a swarm that takes off, and I can try to capture it. I don't know if I want to put any honey in it, maybe just some frames that have comb on it. I don't want to put too many, because I was just checking the box, the hive that's out there, make sure I don't have any hive beetles or any moths or anything like that. There was no webbing. It was just the carpenter ants probably eating the sugar out of the comb from the frames in there. But Yeah, it was about, I don't know, 10 of the black carpenter ants in there. So let's go take a look outside real quick. I moved the box a little bit too, that way, you know, the ants have to re-find it. Just moved it a little bit. I mean, they'll eventually find it again, but short term, it just had the opening with the mouse guard on it, the smallest opening in the front of the hive, and so this is the nuke. Now, I've seen all these theories about exactly how you go about catching a swarm with the swarm traps are not necessarily the size of a nuke box, maybe a little bit larger or taller. And, you know, and they use, like I said, Swarm Commander, a couple of old frames of comb. But, so this here has a little bit of honey on it, which, you know, could attract the ants. There's 5 frames here. Got some old comb. And yeah, I just don't want to spend $150 for a package of bees every year. Maybe this year I'll just try to catch a swarm. And let's get this set up early. So you never know, maybe someone, first-time beekeeper, will install a package of bees and the bees will abscond for some reason. Who knows? So might as well just set this up early. I mean, in addition to this, I don't know, somewhere I do have Swarm Commander, so I can spray that on. So here's some Swarm Commander, and not that I think I need it with the scent that must be in this box, but I'll spray some on this Q-tip. Put it inside here. Just put this in the box. This way it doesn't evaporate too quickly. Put that in. And I'll put this up on top of the trellis. I think I'll do the same thing with this, although, again, you know, there must be plenty of bee scent in this. You can see the nectar. I don't know if nectar goes bad, but this has a little bit of weight to it. It's almost just a little bit heavier than an empty frame, or a frame with just foundation on it, comb, like this one. It's a little bit heavier than this one, but there's really nothing, I think there's no frames that have a little bit of honey right here. I would think that would attract bees, but I haven't seen anything inspecting or coming near these, just the chickweed that I think I've seen a total of, it's either 2 that were in the cellar and 2 outside. So that's what I've seen as far as honeybees so far this year. Oh, let me okay. So let me get the Swarm Commander. So, problem 2 boxes is not good either. It discourages the bees if the cavity is too big. But yeah, the theory is it's supposed to be high up off the ground too. See, here's a carpenter ant. See this scrambling around again. Yeah, so I taped off the bottom entrance, and maybe that'll keep the carpenter ants out for the short term. And we'll go from there, see if I catch a swarm this year. This is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching. Alright, so they're far and few in between, but there is a honeybee. Oh, there he goes. And the only thing, I've got dandelions all over the place. The only thing they're attracted to is, I think that's the chickweed, which I can't get rid of. It has these runners that go out. It just keeps on spreading. But, yeah, so there is, geez, they don't stay, oh, okay, there he is. They just seem to be interested in the chickweed. So I don't know if flowers are like fruit, that they have to be ripe. Just because you have a flower doesn't mean there's anything worthwhile on it, because, well, like I said, there's all these dandelions and nothing is going on them. Okay, where did it go? It's over there. So you can see, can't tell if I have it in the viewfinder or not. Okay, there it is. Yep. So there is a honeybee.